I think you first have to ask the question, why do you have bad spending habits? What hole are you trying to fill? What has buying these things done to your happiness in the past? And if the answer is nothing, which is probably the answer, trying to fill that hole first, trying to answer that question first. So I think you have to kind of start on the therapist's couch, literally or figuratively, and take a look in the mirror and being like, what am I trying to achieve? Who do I want to become? Why do I want to be that? And why am I striving for these things? And for a lot of people, it's kind of like a binge spending that has got them into trouble, where it's a stress relief. It's a relief valve. And I think I think in your head, what you probably think it is if I bought these things, then my problems would go away. And the truth is that might be true in the moment. For spending, it's almost never true. It's very rarely true that your binge spending is going to fill any kind of emotional hole that you have. Every dollar of debt that you have from these poor spending habits is a piece of your future that somebody else owns. It's a piece of your time that you owe to the bank, you owe to the lender. And the opposite of that is every dollar of savings that you have, the reverse of bad spending habits, is a piece of your future that you own, that you have control over. Every single dollar that you have is a piece of your future that you own. That's always how I've wanted to think about it. And since my goal has been independence, when I save money, it's not because I say, oh, I'm saving up to buy a new car, even though there can be that, and that can be great. If I save $100, I view that as purchasing $100 of independence. I'm spending that money. It's giving me independence today. And I think that can be an antidote to bad spending habits.
Morgan Housel just exposed the one spending mistake that keeps 90% of people broke forever. And number 3 on this list will make you rethink every purchase you made this month. Most people think they have an income problem. But Morgan Housel, the author who made Millions Understanding Money Psychology, says something different. You have a spending disease, and today I am breaking down his most powerful insights into 5 steps that will completely change how you see money. Stay until the end, because step 5 is the one nobody talks about, but it is the game changer. Here is what most financial advice gets wrong. They tell you to budget. They tell you to cut out your coffee. They tell you to stop eating avocado toast. But Morgan Housel understands something deeper. Your spending habits are not about math, they are about psychology. They are about the stories you tell yourself. And until you fix those stories, no budget in the world will save you. So let me ask you something. Have you ever bought something just because everyone else had it? Drop a comment below, because this is where it all begins. Here is the first truth Morgan Housel teaches. Spending money to look rich will keep you poor forever. Let that sink in. The person driving a luxury car might be drowning in debt. The person wearing designer clothes might be 3 paychecks from bankruptcy. But here is what is wild. We spend money to signal wealth to people we do not even like. Housel says the fastest way to build real wealth is invisible. It is money you do not spend. It is the car you did not buy. It is the vacation you delayed. It is the watch that stayed in the store. Real wealth is not what you see. It is what you keep. Think about this. Every dollar you spend to impress someone is a dollar that cannot grow for you. That $50 dinner to flex on Instagram could be $500 in 10 years with compound interest. That luxury car payment could be your retirement fund. So here is your first action step. For the next 7 days, before every purchase, ask yourself one question. Am I buying this because I need it, or because I want someone to see it? Write down your answer. You will be shocked by what you discover. Most of your spending is not even for you. It is for an audience that does not care. Morgan Housel drops another truth bomb. Your biggest financial enemy is not your bills. It is your neighbor. It is your coworker. It is your high school friend posting vacation photos. He calls this the comparison trap, and it is bleeding you dry. Here is how it works. You see someone upgrade their phone. Suddenly your phone feels old. You see someone buy a new car. Now your car feels inadequate. You see someone remodel their kitchen. Your kitchen looks outdated. But here is the secret nobody tells you. You are comparing your behind the scenes to everyone else's highlight reel. That person with the new car might have just maxed out their credit card. That vacation photo might have cost them their emergency fund. That kitchen remodel might have been financed at 18% interest. Housel says, the only person you should compare yourself to is who you were yesterday. Did you save more this month than last month? Did you invest more this quarter than last quarter? Did you reduce your debt more this year than last year? That is the only comparison that matters. So here is step 2. Unfollow or mute anyone on social media who makes you feel like you need to spend money. I am serious. If scrolling through Instagram makes you want to shop, you are being manipulated. Your brain cannot tell the difference between real life and curated content, and it is costing you thousands. Cut the poison at the source. This is the one that will blow your mind. Morgan Housel talks about something he calls personal inflation, and it is the silent killer of wealth. Here is what it means. When you get a raise, what happens? Most people upgrade their lifestyle immediately. New. Salary means new car. New bonus means new wardrobe. Promotion means bigger apartment. Housel calls this lifestyle creep, and it is why people making $200,000 feel just as broke as people making $50,000. Your expenses rise to meet your income every single time. Unless you stop it, here is the shocking stat. If you make $60,000 and save 10%, you save $6,000 a year. If you get a $20,000 raise but increase your lifestyle by $15,000, you only save $11,000. You made 33% more money, but you only increased your savings by 83%. That is personal inflation eating your future. So here is what Housel recommends. Every time you get a raise, split it. 50% goes to lifestyle improvement, 50% goes straight to savings and investments. This way, you enjoy your success, but you also build real wealth. Most people do 100% lifestyle and 0% savings. That is why they are stuck. But here is the deeper question. What is your number? What is the lifestyle cost where you feel genuinely happy? Housel says most people never figure this out. They keep chasing more without knowing what enough looks like. So here is your assignment. Calculate your ideal lifestyle cost, not what Instagram says, not what your friends have, what makes you genuinely content. Write that number down. Everything you earn above that goes to freedom money. Money that buys you time, money that buys you options, money that buys you peace. Morgan Housel has this quote that changed my entire perspective. Enough is realizing that an insatiable appetite for more will push you to the point of regret. Read that again. Most people never ask what enough means to them, so they spend their entire lives chasing more. More house, more car, more clothes, more gadgets, more everything. And here is the trap. The goalpost keeps moving. You think $100,000 will make you happy. You hit it and suddenly you need $200,000. You get that and now $500,000 is the target. This is called the hedonic treadmill, and it is why rich people often feel just as stressed as broke people. Housel studied billionaires who destroyed their lives chasing more. They had enough to retire 100 lifetimes over, but they risked it all for just a little bit more, and they lost everything. So here is the uncomfortable truth. If you do not define enough, you will never have it, no matter how much you make. Step 4 is about drawing your line in the sand. What does enough look like for you? Enough to pay your bills without stress. Enough to take one vacation a year. Enough to retire at 60. Enough to send your kids to college. Define it clearly. Write it down. Put a number on it. Because once you hit enough, every dollar beyond that is just noise. And here is the magic. When you know you're enough, spending becomes easy. You stop buying things you do not need. You stop comparing yourself to others. You stop feeling anxious about money because you already have what you defined as success. So pause this video right now. Write down your enough number, not next week, right now. This one exercise will save you years of financial stress. Here is the final secret Morgan Housel teaches. Willpower is not enough. You need systems. You cannot rely on discipline alone to break bad spending habits because discipline fails. It fails when you are tired. It fails when you are stressed. It fails when you see something you really want. So here is what the wealthy do differently. They automate good behavior. They remove temptation. They make saving easier than spending. Here is how you do this. First, Set up automatic transfers the day you get paid. Before you see the money, 20% goes straight to savings. You cannot spend what you do not see. Second, delete your credit card information from every shopping site, Amazon, Target, whatever stores you impulse buy from. Make it hard to spend. Add friction to bad habits. Third, use the 48-hour rule for any purchase over $100. See something you want. Wait 48 hours. Most impulse purchases lose their appeal after 2 days. Fourth, create separate accounts for different goals. One for bills, one for spending, one for saving, one for investing. When your money has a job, you stop wasting it. Fifth, and this is crucial, track every single dollar for 30 days. Not to judge yourself, just to see where it goes. Most people have no idea they spend $400 a month on food delivery, or $200 on subscriptions they forgot about. Awareness is the first step to change. Housel says the people who build wealth are not necessarily the highest earners. They are the best systems builders. They create environments where good financial decisions are automatic and bad financial decisions require effort. So flip the script. Make saving automatic. Make spending require thought. So there you have it. Morgan Housel's 5 keys to breaking bad spending habits forever. Stop spending to look rich. Kill the comparison game. Beat personal inflation. Define your enough. And automate your escape. Now here is my question for you. Which of these 5 steps hit you the hardest? Drop a number in the comments, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5. And tell me which one you are committing to starting today. Also, if you found this valuable, smash that like button. It tells the algorithm to share this with more people who need to hear it.
Subscribe if you want more content on building real wealth without the hype, and share this video with one person who needs to hear this message. Your future self will thank you for watching this today.
Because the best time to fix your spending was 10 years ago. The second best time is right now. Let's build wealth together. See you in the next one.